Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in, tell me how your Monday is going. And I'm excited to be here with Craft Round the Clock and my segment of Trash to Treasure. So this week we are taking things from the grocery store, things that would have been discarded or, thrown out. And we're going to do something fun and unique with them. So I hope you've enjoyed the ones we've already had today. And just know that more are coming after me. So you don't want to miss any of them. I know most of you guys are in the Craft Around the Clock group. And hello guys, I'm so glad you're popping in. I missed you guys over the weekend, so thank you for being here with me. Hello Ann, hi Brooke, hi Debbie. Awesome, I'm so glad y'all are here. We have East Coast to West Coast, I can already see it. Awesome. You guys sprinkle me out if you don't mind. That always helps both me and the other crafters with Craft Around the Clock. We want to get everybody involved because, hi Roxana, hi Jeanette, because, we all have unwanted trash. And some of that can be recycled and used in other ways. So come on in. I'm going to show you one way today. And everybody's going to have a new, cool, unique way. Even if you see, I'm going to use cans today. Even if you see someone else do a can, it will be different. Trust me. So watch all of us. Hello, Cheryl. I'm going to take just a second to say hi. Hi, Connie. Glad you're here. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Judy. And Mary, how are you? Come in as your new group name. I know you've got a new name for your group, so if you can, or for your page, if you can come in as that'd be great. Thank you, Chrissy, for sprinkling. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Let's see. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you too. I'm glad you're here live with me. It's always fun. And, we always say the replays are great, and they are great. We appreciate the replays as well. But if you're like me, part of the fun is the live, just chit-chatting with each other even. So, hello, Karen. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Marty. Thank you guys for sprinkling me out. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Hello. Let's see. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Anna. Y'all are awesome. Hi, Sassy. Glad you're here. I love that we're in Denmark and we're in Texas and everywhere in between. So let me turn you down a little bit. Okay. So I'm not using all trash. I do have a can, which still has the little, messy thing. I'm going to show you a good way to take that off. I waited to do it for you guys so I could show you. I got one of these at the Dollar Tree. It was, obviously $1.25. Wait, was this Walmart? This was Walmart for $1. So cheaper than the Dollar Tree even now. So $1 at the Dollar Tree. It is about 7 inches. I'm going to use this. And I got beautiful Pioneer Woman napkins. Guys, look how pretty. These are the two styles I have. Are they not gorgeous? And I have enough that I can send you guys some. So I'm going to go back and, hi Linda, you see how some of you have the little man with the little arm going out? That shows it was a public share or sprinkle. I shouldn't say that, but I'm going to be watching for those. Tamara, it is. We're nice and cool here in Texas, inside anyway. It's so hot, but yeah, it's just part of it, Thank you, Brenda. I'm glad you're here. So, I saw a new follower. I got to take 1 second and say hi to you. Hold on. Susan, how are you? From Indiana. Glad you're here. And Jeanette's Backroom Creations. Yeah, it's hot. It's not cooler. Our poor neighbors are moving today, and I feel so sorry for them. Okay. Anyway, these are the beautiful styles I'm going to use. And I know we all decoupaged, so that part won't be new to you. But what I do with it, I hopefully will inspire you to do something with yours. So, listen, I took the can. When you use cans, you really need to take pliers and bend down those little edges because they stick out, at least the cans that I'm using here. I don't remember what was in here. I think peas and carrots or something. But anyway, poke them down with your pliers so that if you reach in, you don't hurt yourself because they obviously are very sharp. This isn't something you can let kids help you with necessarily. But once you got those all down, you could maybe take a piece of pretty tape or something and cover those sharp edges. You just don't want them to cut their little fingers. Then one other tip I wanted to show you while I'm here is take some alcohol. I put them in these little bottles you get from Dollar Tree that they use for nails. They put their acetone in it. And get some alcohol, and I'm going to rub it over this sticky stuff that's on here and kind of saturate it. I like it pretty wet. So just kind of saturate that. Then I'll take my heat gun, and I wish I could show you. I don't know if I can let you see this up close, but when you hold your heat on it, I don't want to burn my fingers. I don't know if y'all can see, but when you hold it down here close, you can really see it bubble up, and it's releasing that glue. So yeah, it's bubbling. You probably just can't see it from where you are. But anyway, it releases that glue, and your can will be hot. So grab something else to hang on to the can with, and then just wipe it away. Do you see that? It just wipes away. So I wanted to, you know, have that part where I could show you guys. Hello, Dina. How are you, friend? I'm glad to see you today. Happy Monday. I love Mondays because we all kind of come back together. I know you guys are here on the weekends, but I typically try to take the weekends with family and not get online so much. So I miss you guys. I might pop in on one or two over the weekend, but for the most part, I am doing family things. Okay, so we've got our can, you know, clean, because you've cleaned it with soapy water. It's freezing bad, Wendy. I'm so sorry. Is it freezing for everybody? I know. We're just all exhausted from the Facebook thing. Okay, so one thing you can do to help everything go on better is use a sealer. This is a, oh, I didn't turn my camera. I'm sorry, guys. This is a multi-purpose sealer. Thank you, Dina, for the stars. And you just brush it on. So shake it up well, and it looks a lot like Mod Podge, but it's different. And then you're just gonna brush it on, or sponge it. You can use a, y'all, this is what happens when you, let me just take care of this. When you leave your brushes in water, and I've gotten so bad, I'm kind of recommitted to not doing this anymore. So I'm just kind of hot gluing that back on, but, so just brush on this sealer and all over your can and let it dry. Then when you go to put on your chalk paint, which is what I do next, it sticks really well. So chalk paint sticks pretty well anyway, but you put that sealer on and you're gonna be in business, okay? So that I've already done to this can. I don't know if you can see, but it does have a little look you can see. Not freezing, good. Hopefully not for everybody then. Yes, I know, Brooke. I love those pictures you sent. Was that where you were? Okay, so then we're going to take our Mod Podge. No, I'm sorry. We're going to take our chalk paint, and we are going to just get this can painted. So we've got our sealer on here, which just gives grit for this paint to hang on to. And it's kind of a go-between between the can and the paint and the napkin, and the Mod Podge for the napkins. So doing that one step will help you if you've ever had any issues. If you want to skip it and just do the chalk paint, yeah, you can do that. I've done that lots of times. But let's say that you're doing this for a gift and you want to be sure it lasts a long time. That's when I would definitely take the time to use that sealer. Or even if I just wanted it to last a long time for myself. Sometimes we don't care. We know that it's not going to be something we keep long term. So, you know, you just kind of, whatever. But that's just a little trick I wanted to show you guys while I'm here. Trying to be conscious of giving you guys all these tips that I know and just forget or go too fast sometimes to even think to show you. So, okay. You're going to want 2 coats of chalk paint. You want this covered so that your napkin has a nice white base to, you know, to use. So I will hit this with the heat gun real quick. Hi Dana, how are you today? Are you at work or are you off today? Oh guys, look how close we are to 100 eyeballs. That's fun. That is awesome, y'all are. Oh, I'm so sorry. I will put it in the description of the video when I'm done. But it's Deco Art Multi-Purpose Sealer. And I know that we're backwards. I forgot to flip my camera. Hi, Anna. Hello, Mirandy. Is it Mirandy? I don't want to say it wrong. That's really a cute name. Miss Anissa? No. What did she do? Did she do this, Katie? I have been busy, and literally, I think I watched one. I watched yesterday's, tomorrow's. Thank you, Brenda, for the stars. Thank you, Dana. So did she use, y'all tell me she didn't use the same napkin. I hope not. She used the same napkin? Are you kidding? Let me see. Oh. Did she? Or is Mirandy, are you just telling me, yes, that's how you say your name? Hi, Carol. Glad you're here. Brenda, thank you guys. Oh, I thanked you. Thank you for the stars. And Dana again. Goodness. Okay, so we're going to pretend that we've done 2 coats because I really want to get through this. And I am really bad about biting on more than I can chew and not getting through the whole thing. So thank you, Anna, for the stars. So guys, the wood base that I showed you, so it comes like this for $1 at Walmart. All I've done is I put down the sealer and then I put down the chalk paint. And then I just took a light sand and sanded after that chalk paint and then did one more coat of the chalk paint. So it's nice and smooth and has a good finish. And then the only other thing I've done is I pre-drew kind of the center of this. You can just put a dot, which I did. I put a dot and just kind of put that down. So let's get our can covered. And like I said, I'm speeding through this, so I want to get done. When you have these napkins that you're decoupaging with, I know most of you guys have and are probably far better decoupagers than I am. But I'll tell you, you have to get this second layer off. And these napkins, I don't know if it's this way for everyone, but they really stick. The Pioneer Woman that I bought at Walmart are really, really sticking. Just go slow. You just have to go slow. If you have a little tear, you can still use it. Just want to warn you that these napkins in particular, I don't have trouble with many, but these have given me a lot of trouble with sticking. So let me know if you guys have had that issue too. Hi, Laura from UK. Glad you're here. Carol, the sealer is Deco Art multi-purpose sealer. It's fantastic. I really like it. You can get it I get mine at Michael's, but you can get it at the Deco Art website or, you know, probably any craft store. I can really see how glitchy it is. I'm so sorry. You guys bear with me. Hopefully we can get through this because it's going to be cute. You have the same napkins. Cheryl, have you used them for decoupage? Because I'm wondering, are they tearing for everyone? Okay, once I get, you know, most of it off, then I can take my scissors and cut the rest to make it easier. I'm really sorry, guys. I hope that y'all can bear with it. It's so hard when it does that to us and we don't have any choice in the matter, you know. So we're going to get some Mod Podge. I've just got regular matte Mod Podge I'm going to put down here. I usually try to use a really soft brush when I do this. It did, so Cindy, yours didn't stick. And then we're just gonna put our Mod Podge to kind of get this started. And I can just put down my napkin to kind of get this going. Okay. And then just work it around. And you'll just put a little bit more as you go. Pioneer napkins are, oh, they're so pretty. You know, this is kind of the look that I'm drawn to when I do art, when I paint, just lots of flowers. So yeah, I loved these. I don't decoupage much because I really prefer to paint myself. But you know, I can't paint as well as these are done. So I was happy to find these and use them. And you know, if you happen to get your groceries at Walmart, you can just pick up your groceries. So you've got the can and then your napkins. You've already got the Mod Podge, I bet. So it makes a super inexpensive craft. This cost me, it really, you know, I had the can already. So it cost me $1 for this wood base and everything else I had. So you can't beat that, right? And then just bring that around. Hello, Suzette. How are you? I haven't done the smash can yet either. Once I see a lot of people have done it, I typically am like, I'll do something else because, you know, I hate to keep repeating other things, but yeah, they're really cute. And then, hold on, where'd my napkin go? Well, hi Sheila, how are you? Hi Marty. I'm glad thank you for sticking with me. I'm so sorry if it's glitchy. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, you do? Okay, Carol said she has trouble with them as well. Kind of good to know that I'm not the only one. Sometimes I'm like, well, what did I do wrong? Now, you can fold this down and decoupage it down in there. That will cover some of that, you know, the sharp edges, I guess, once you do that. So it doesn't hurt at all to just fold it over and decoupage it down. It's a little, kind of, you know, a little tricky to get your brush in there the way you need to, but I'm going to try and see if we can do that. Because once it dries, that would be a nice solution for having those edges, those sharp edges. So we'll see if we can make it work. Oh, thanks, Anna. Oh, Michelle, it's so hot, I know. You're just going anywhere, the car is so hot. I hate to complain because, you know, we live in Texas. We know it's hot. It's hot every summer. Okay, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to do what I typically do and just take a nail file and file that edge. And I kind of go down with it so that it's all going to wind up in the can. $107 for Dana, and she's in South Texas, right? Is that what you'd call it, South Texas? You're Houston, right? Houston-ish area. Okay, so now we've got our can. Now, I'm going to let that just sit over here and kind of do its thing while we take some of these flowers and add them to our base. So do y'all see where we're going yet? I'm sure you do, but I've done one. You can't see it. So I'm excited for you to see it. And I'll take a paintbrush. I know I've got water pens, but for me the paintbrush works better than even a water pen. So I'm just taking a paintbrush and some water and going around these flowers because I like the little torn edges. I think most of us do. You could cut them with scissors. You're just going to have kind of a little harsh line when you get them done. Yeah, Houston. And then if I really, you know, like that little yellow flower, I'll just kind of go around it. But use whatever napkins you have. Y'all, I got Happy Mail from Justin today. He's so thoughtful. And he's always giving away things. And anyway, he sent me some napkins. So I'm just going to start getting these around. But I had already bought these to use, so I'm using these today. But one of them is like a Mackenzie Childs napkin. It's so pretty. Yes, I am in Fort Worth, South Fort Worth. So on the border of Burleson and Fort Worth, and it is hot, hot, hot. And I know, you know, it's hot everywhere, so try not to just constantly dwell on it. Ooh, 70 in Ohio for Linda. That's awesome. I can do 70 all year long. That would be great. That's exactly what I'm doing, Michelle. That's what I'm doing. You guys know I have lots of paintbrushes, and I've got I've got some in like a pickle jar. So I thought, how much prettier will this be? So even if you can do this with a jar, so you can totally do the same thing I'm doing here with a pickle jar or any kind of jar that you have. So just, you know, getting some of these. If you wanted to put that checkered edge, you could use that. Just whatever parts of the napkins you want to do. 104 for Emma in Corpus. Yeah, it's so hot. Hi, Lisa. How are you? I'm glad you got on my text alerts. I saw that come through. I was happy because That way you never miss a live, unless you're just busy, you know, but that way you know, and you can pop on if you choose to. So I'm happy about that. And if anybody has time to type this, you can type the @ symbol, Art Grace TX for Texas. Y'all, my little fan's blowing these away. So what I'm going to do, I've got a lot of these already done. We'll see how far we get with them, and I might have to do some more. But I'm just going to take my brush and kind of come around and put some of this Mod Podge. Like I said, if you're popping on late, I've already used a sealer on this wood. I used the Deco Art multi-purpose sealer. And then I did 2 coats of chalk paint and I lightly sanded in between. And then now I'm just decoupaging on some of these flowers from the napkin. So this is just my style of doing it. I'll just kind of put a little bit on, put down my napkin. I like to layer, so this one is just barely overlapping the one before it. And we'll just work our way around this little wood round. But think about, you know, something you may already have. You might already have one of these wood rounds and not really have something to do with it. And so you could grab a napkin and get going. I'm kind of starting here with the edges of this, and I'll show you why in just a second. But I want to be sure every edge of this has some flowers on it. Whoops. I see somebody saying hello and welcome. Who said first time watching? Hi, Margaret. Glad you're here from Georgia. What's the temperature there? I love knowing what it's like other places, and it's usually just as hot, just about. Even places that aren't supposed to be hot are hot. And I hope y'all are getting rain. We need rain so bad, and I know everybody does. We want to keep fires down and all of that. Whoop. Just working my way around with this. Now, if you have a Cricut, you could cut out a word and put in the middle, or, you know, just like your word of the year. You could do anything in the middle there. But I have something I'm doing with my middle. Aw, Doris, these are Pioneer Woman napkins, so they are really, really pretty. If you want to paint them, you could paint them. We're just showing some things to do so that you can recycle. You know, when you go to the grocery store and you use up something, what can you do with it? Coffee pods, you're gonna see coffee creamer bottles, jars, cans, and then some really creative ideas. So these are all, you know, this is a pretty basic thing that we've all done, but it's something useful for me that I'm gonna actually use, so I thought maybe y'all would too. And, you know, even if you have done this 1,000 times, it's still fun to come and hang out with your friends and sprinkle it out so that other people can find the creators, not just me, but everybody who's doing this. So we sure appreciate y'all doing that. Isn't it starting to look pretty? So I do need to cut out a few more flowers. So again, I take my little paintbrush, get it wet with some water, and just go around my little flower. And then I can tear the edges very easily that way and have those torn edges so it's not a harsh line. Outside of August 83, Diane, that's fantastic. Hi, Tammy. Tammy Sharp Painting Memories. She is always busy doing beautiful paint parties. What's your latest paint party, Tammy? Hi, Linda. Glad you're here. Michelle got thunder and 10 minutes of rain. Yeah. I mean, like we can't complain about it, but sure need more, right? That's good, though, that you got some. Some is definitely helpful. Okay. And you know me, I use every piece of this napkin that I can, and that way I can send more out to you guys. I hopefully can send quite a few out if you guys want one or two, and share them, because I won't do probably, I don't think I will do anything else with them. And come next season, I'm going to want a different one anyway. So, this is another really pretty, this is a different design, but you can definitely take flowers from it. And I'll go ahead and open one of these. A 50-person paint party, oh, with the ceramic gnomes. That's awesome. Yes, that's awesome. I love doing ceramics. And can y'all see my tree? You can see it. I'm doing Christmas in July this month, so every Friday, join me. I did the ceramic tree first, and then I did a gnome and tree painting. So this Friday, I have another cute one with a, should I tell y'all? I think it's going to be a Santa. I've done a Santa and a snowman, and I could not decide which one I wanted to do this week. So it'll be a Santa or a snowman. You use all your, that's so smart, Wendy. I'm glad you made it through thanks for pushing through on the glitchiness. Yes, I'm like that too. I love to recycle, and my family knows, well, they try to sneak everything in the trash, but you know me, and I'm like, hey, I'll use that. Give me that. And they kind of laugh like, no, you don't need anything else. But, you know, when you're a crafter, you just can't hardly stand for anything to go to the landfill. And I know things get recycled, but I want to be the one to recycle things. So, anyway, I get teased. I did a deer as well. Yes, I did a deer painting as well. It is over there. There it is. There's the deer painting. And there's the gnome. See the gnome right above it, and it lights up. It's super cute. So yes, y'all can definitely go. If you're watching me in the Craft Around the Clock group or some other group, you just go to my page, and it will be one of the most recent videos. We just did those. And of course, my YouTube has them all. To me, YouTube is easier to find the videos because they're all in a line. You just look at the pictures and see what you want to learn and go for it that way. But yes, you can definitely find them on Facebook as well. You can also add to this. So let's say that I've done all the flowers I'm going to do. I could definitely come back and paint some as well, or add embellishments around them with like a paint marker. So you don't just have to leave them as they are. Okay, Tammy, we'll see you later. I know you're busy. Anybody who owns a craft business, like typically we'll pop in, say hey, and then pop out because we are on the go. So much to get done and so much of the behind the scenes paperwork to do, or answering emails and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going around. I think this is the last one I'll do. The last flower that I need for this. Okay. Y'all still with me? No, it's glitchy. It's just, I think, Facebook, hopefully, because I think everything's fine here at my house. Okay. Now, once you've got this down, and you've got them all down, I will take another pretty good heaping spoon or brush full of the Mod Podge and go over each edge, make sure all of my edges are down really well. Because once I do that and get everything down well, then I can take a wet rag and clean this anytime I need to. And if you came on late, I'm going to be sending out some of these beautiful Pioneer Woman napkins. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, they're so pretty. I just can't stand to keep them all. They're too pretty, and y'all can be using them. And, you know, I save a lot, and then the next year comes around, and instead of using it, I'm like, oh, but these are pretty, and I want to do that, you know. So I'm going to try to send some more things out. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Aracelis. How are you? I'm glad to see you. Glad to see ya. And then I'll just run it over the top here too, so that everything is really well sealed. And that way when I need to wipe it off with a wet rag, nothing comes up. It's good to go. And you can definitely use a spray sealer, take it outside and spray it. I typically do this way. I just, you know, I guess I'm old school. It's what I've always done. And I'm gonna put this here and we're gonna dry this up. Now, when you've got the Mod Podge on your brush, wipe off the excess and then get it in water ASAP so that it doesn't ruin your brush. I do mark my Mod Podge brushes usually and try to use them only for Mod Podge because, you know. Thank you, Carol, for spreading the love. Appreciate ya. Okay, Shelly Ann, I will, what I'm gonna do is, anybody that's got that little share hand going out, I'm just gonna go through and pick some of y'all and I will message you to get your address if I don't already have it. That's the best way for me to just say thank you for doing that and share some love. I know, Andrea, that's the thing. And listen, this is the first time I've ever used the Walmart pickup. So I ordered, you know, a couple of things and I ordered these napkins and I waited 35 minutes for them to bring them to me. And so I called them about 15 minutes in going, should I just come in? What's going on? She's like, no, I think you're next. Well, it was another 20 minutes or so. I mean, it was just horrible. I was working, you know, like on my phone doing things the whole time. So it didn't seem that long, but they have a lot to work on at that Walmart for sure. Remember, this is kind of a speedy, I'm doing the speedy one, so you guys can put as many or as few, you know, just do whatever you want with yours. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mirandy. I appreciate you. And Melody, you guys are awesome. Thanks, Laveda. I know, Carol, Oklahoma, y'all are probably just like us, probably the same kind of temps, huh? I just love these napkins. I just was like, these are so pretty. All of her stuff is. Have y'all bought any of her clothes? I didn't even know she had clothes till. Oh, do you? Yeah, I don't know. Mine was having a real bad day. I mean, who knows? I try so hard not to be ugly or show it if I'm frustrated because it's not the kids bringing out my stuff's fault. It's management for not staffing right. And so I feel bad for them, so. I refuse to be labeled as one of those, you know. Hot in Kentucky, Tina. How are you doing? Glad you're here. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it. Shared the art and lots of grace. That's my girl, Shelly. Okay. I can feel that this little edge, I just saw that I didn't get that glued down well, so I'm going to take a second and let me tell you, when you pull these apart and you get what you need off of the other, you know, layer, which I'm going to just rip this one. Well, I think I can get most of it off. Well, okay, so I did. Don't throw this in the trash. Obviously, this is a napkin. You can still use it in your craft room for whatever, like, you know, don't just immediately throw it in the trash. Use it, use it, use it. Y'all look at the number. We have like 98. Thank you guys so much for being here. That thrills me to see so many that enjoy this. And I think it's just fun to hang out with each other. You know, that's part of the fun part of being here live. Okay, so we got that down. You just want every edge to be down. You want to go around. I mean, well, let's see, I started at 2:15. Yeah, I honestly don't have time really to do this as well as I would want to, but I would have a really good 2 coats of this Mod Podge so that it's sealed so well that if I choose to put it by my kitchen sink and put like a dish soap on it or whatever, I don't have to worry about it, you know. So I do make sure there's 2 good coats of Mod Podge when I do something like this. Okay, can y'all see now where we're going? So you've got a cute little like riser. What I did, because I'm out of E6000, I'm not really out, but mine is so dried up I could not get it open or get, you know, at all get to use it. So I grabbed the next best thing, which is for me the Gorilla Glue that I have, and I'm just going to put this around, you know, kind of this circle that I made. The Gorilla Glue will hold wood to anything, so the problem is it's not instant. But anyway, I will, you know, for demonstration purposes, have a good coat of that, put something really heavy up on this top to make it really press down into that glue. Hi, Kristen, glad you're here from Minnesota. We do have messes to clean up, Carol. What's the temperature, Kristen? We're just curious. I'm curious what it's like there as opposed to here. Now, another thing that you get at the grocery store are little jars. So do you guys buy pimentos or garlic? Anything that comes with a little jar. This was actually a tiny little ball jar. I honestly don't remember if something came in this or if this is what, it was in my kitchen cabinet. So thank y'all for all the stars. I just realized how many y'all gave me. Thank you. I'll go back and look at every one of them. And thank you. 86 in Ohio, that's good. Yes, yes, exactly, Sandy. Love that. Anyway, so all I did to the little jar was Mod Podge some of the pretty paper around the edge and then tied a little ribbon. I did put a little flower in the middle because these little jars have a little piece right here, so I just put a flower there. Then I would do the same thing and glue this down on top if I wanted to use it like as a ring holder. So guys, this is all sticky because I haven't taken the time to dry it all, but kind of you have to blur your eyes and you can see, you could put this in your bathroom or wherever and put like your jewelry here on the tray and then your rings in the jar. That's one idea. Let me show you one I already have done because I knew that I wouldn't get through this, you know. This is another one where I put all of the napkin, this one, let me show you, is this napkin. So I just cut this out with the water brush and then put it on. The only other thing I did was take a micron pen. So it's a water-based pen. Once this is 100% dry, you cannot do this if your Mod Podge is wet or if you have any paint or anything. It needs to be 100% dry. Then you can go in here and just make some squiggles. And so I just went around each of the little flowers making squiggles. I went around the leaves. You can do as much or as little as you want. This just adds a little detail. You see that? And then I've got a cute little thing to put by my sink and put either a dish soap or like this. One of the first ideas I had was to actually glue this down on here with some E6000, and this would be a way to hold my bracelets. And then I could set my rings, you know, just here on the little tray. So, you know, kind of while I do dishes or whatever. That was just one idea. That probably isn't the safest, and that's why I decided to take a jar and put that. But with this napkin, I didn't really want to cover it up. It's so pretty. So that's why I did one with the other one just around the edges, and then I thought I would glue this down with the E6000. So what do y'all think? Which one do you like better? And then here's one more thing I did. I want to give you one more idea. We're good on time. We're good. So the little crystal candle holders from Dollar Tree, all I did was decoupage on here and then add my can on top. So now, instead of a pickle jar to hold my brushes, I've got a pretty little thing to hold my brushes, and it stands up high on my desk. So how cute. I mean, I love this. I will totally use this every day. You like both? Thank you, Dina. Yeah, and you could see, Dina, you don't have to paint. I'm teasing Dina all the time about painting, but you can just decoupage your favorite. I know for her it would be the pretty Dutch, let's see, Dutch Aqua. and some pink, maybe a little yellow. Just use whatever napkins you like, but that's the great thing about recycling. This cost me $1.25, and the can obviously came with my food or my dog's food or whatever. Thank you, Jeanette, for the stars. So guys, you know, who cares if it's a can? It doesn't have to be something that you go out and buy all the time. We can, you know, get creative and use these things to bring some beauty around us. And for a couple of dollars. Like, to me, that's crazy that we can do this for $1.25. So this cost me $1, and this cost me $1.25. So how can you beat it? Now, what do y'all think? Let's hear. Oh, for the details, yes, for the details, let me just show you, because I've got a minute, I can do it. I'm gonna dry this 1 second, just 1 second, and then I will write on this. Oh, I've got a few minutes. I've got 3 minutes. We're good. Andrea, you can still order a kit. All my kits are on my website. And if you don't see something you saw me do, just message me. But I think they're all up there. If you are in my VIP membership, please go into the group to order those. You get the discount in there. I keep my prices low, but for the VIP group, they get a really good deal. Okay, so once you've done once it's totally dry, you can take, I use a micron pen. I know it's backwards, but I can put this in the description when I'm done, but it's a micron pen, M-I-C-R-O-N. This is a 01. They come in 01, 03, 05, and I think maybe even higher. But I like the smaller ones to just go around these little flowers. Can y'all see? Go around the little flowers and just, I'm not doing anything. Look how fast and kind of upside down. Just squigglies, guys, just little squigglies. But it really helps to define everything and bring out some detail. But I just kind of go around the different shapes that are already there for you. And it really does. Watch this yellow one. Can y'all see? It really does add interest. And then for this one, I would just kind of do some curved lines. Y'all see? Just go around your little, but it does definitely kind of bring out some of that. Just quick, quick, quick. Don't overthink it. You're just squiggle, squiggle. Okay, just one idea. And then I would take E6000 and glue this down. That's what my plan is for this one, is to glue this down with E6000. So what do y'all think? You like it? Good, I'm so glad you do. Good, yeah, it makes it pop. Hi Sandy Helms, glad you're here and new. Welcome, welcome. If you're not already following me and you enjoy what I did, then please hit the follow. Just hit the screen and the 3 dots and hit follow. And be sure you check out all of the crafters. This week is going to be so fun with so many good ideas. And above that, you get the tips and tricks. So as people are presenting, they'll be telling you little tips and tricks that are always good. So guys, I've got to run, but I'll go back through here and answer questions that I missed and say hi to you. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye guys. Thanks for the stars too.